Saturday.
Here we go.
It's another great day of hockey at the Women's Worlds.
Abby Rook! What a goal!
As the semifinals get underway.
That's a convincing win.
It all starts Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network.
Welcome back to NHL Tonight, presented by BAUER. And speaking of BAUER, Messier is the Vice President of Global Marketing for BAUER, and she joins us now to talk about a very important and very exciting new initiative by the company. It launched just in time for the Women's World Championships. Mary Kay, thanks so much for joining us. Tell us what BAUER's up to right now.
Well, thanks for having me, first of all, and really exciting time to be on with the Women's Worlds going on. A great day of hockey today. We're excited to launch our Girls Deserve Equal Ice campaign. It's really rooted in a vision of making the game more inclusive and equitable, while also paying tribute and highlighting these amazing athletes, their determination, their desire, and their commitment to their vision. I think the Girls Deserve Equal Ice is really symbolic and represents the equity needs across the sport. So girls and women deserve equal access to ice, training, facilities, exposure, professional and career opportunities. So as a leader, we feel a responsibility to drive that positive change.
So Mary Kay, I want to loosen it up a little bit just for our viewers that don't know. We go way, way, way back to teenage days in Edmonton, Alberta, and a great friendship with the Messier family. Not only was, one of the greatest players of all time and leaders, Mark Messier, a big mentor of mine, certainly. I went to their hockey schools as well. So, and Mary Kay has been a hockey lifer, to say the least, certainly, and doing wonderful work, Mary Kay, and good to see you with BAUER. And I want you to explain, or can you explain, the ways BAUER is changing the game to make it more inclusive, everything that you guys are doing?
Yeah. Well, we need more girls playing, and we need more women in all roles across our sport. So since we're in Women's Worlds, let's start with elite athletes. We really started by increasing dramatically our roster of elite female athletes and integrating them into global campaigns alongside their male peers in the NHL. That creates real exposure, and it's meaningful. We then evolved to create all women's campaigns to to challenge stereotypes, and then also to, drive these changes in the sport, highlight these incredible athletes and what we're trying to do in terms of creating equal access and opportunity for them. Their stories are so inspiring. They're real, true role models, incredible ambassadors for the game, and they inspire the next generation. So we need to tell their stories, because seeing is believing.
Mary Kay, I know viewers watching right now will notice at the bottom of their screen the QR code there that they can go to, click on it, or take a picture of, and they will sign the Girls Hockey Bill of Rights. So the QR code, where does that take them, and what does that mean?
Yeah, the QR code will take them right to BAUER.com, where they can learn more about the Girls Hockey Bill of Rights, which really outlines changes that need to happen to drive equity in the sport. It means, fair and equal access to primetime ice, importantly, safe locker rooms. And for girls playing on boys' teams, it's access to the pregame preparation and the postgame celebration. Too many girls don't have access to the full hockey experience, and they end up dropping out too early. So we really need to change this. And that's why we're asking people to add their voices by signing the petition. From there, we can go and we can advocate governing bodies, politicians, to really bring about meaningful changes to the game, and more importantly, drive equal access and opportunities for girls.
Mary Kay, I want to ask you, and that's just terrific to see everything BAUER and spearheaded by you and BAUER, what you're doing right now. But I want to ask you, World Championships going on, you mentioned that. We're on a collision course for Canada-US, one of the best rivalries we've ever seen when they meet for a gold medal possibly. But where do you see the other countries now? Are they getting better? Are they, you want to see that gap close as far as the Finlands and Swedens, so that there's more teams can compete against Canada and US, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, let's face it, right now, Canada and the US are dominant. We saw Hillary Knight surpassed the all-time record for women's worlds. What an incredible achievement. But the other countries need time to catch up. And that's why part of what we're doing is so important. It's not just for North America, but it's for global, in order to really drive changes in the game, to really elevate it, get more girls playing, which then will have develop more elite athletes. We need these changes to happen. And that's part of what's behind the vision in this campaign, Girls Deserve Equal Ice, for the petition that starts at the youth level all the way up to the elite athletes.
You mentioned the new campaign, Girls Deserve Equal Ice, but this isn't the first or the only campaign Bauer has launched or been a part of to raise awareness for more equity in sports. Why is this so important to Bauer?
I mean, we really believe that hockey is a powerful game and a powerful sport. It teaches life lessons, it builds character, self-esteem. And so because of that, we believe that everyone that wants the opportunity to play should have access and that opportunity. That really means making the game more inclusive and equitable.
Mary Kay, simply put, how does Bauer plan to get more equity into the sport of women's hockey?
Well, in addition to the things that we're doing for the women at the elite level, we also have to think at the youth level. So there's the Girls Hockey Bill of Rights. In addition to that, we need to think about programming. We launched the first shift, which really focuses on making the game more accessible, more welcoming, and more fun. And we've had great success with all girls programs. The registration rate is over 40%, which is 2 times the national average. We know if we create a great environment and we welcome girls into the sport, they will play. And as the registration shows, girls really represent growth in our sport. So that's important. It's also important to think about, how do we reach out to underrepresented communities? How do we empower community leaders that are doing great work? So we partnered with Black Girl Hockey Club. They are doing amazing work. We launched a $100,000 equipment sponsorship to make sure that families in need had the equipment they need to play. That's important. We're also investigating and piloting programs offered during the school day to make it easier for parents. It's easy access since they don't have extra pickups, and making it more welcoming for the kids that play. We've had great success there. And you guys might remember Reggie from our original brand campaign. He came back with us to New Haven to launch this program. And it was just so impactful. There he is there showing the kids how to do it. His story is so emotional. Hundreds of thousands of people engaged with it. And this is important because in Reggie, these kids see themselves and maybe the opportunity not only to play hockey, but to pursue a college career, which would be amazing.
I remember we aired Reggie's story here on NHL Now last year, and just the buzz inside our building here at the NHL Network about just the impact that he was making was so impactful here. I can't even imagine what it did out there in the world of hockey. Mary Kay, I've heard you use the term inclusive, and we hear the term inclusivity a lot these days, and everybody seems to have their own definition of what that is. What is Bauer's definition?
I think in our hockey community, it's really a culture where all who want to play have access and the opportunity. Simple as that. We know it's a great game. Let's make sure everybody is welcome and has the opportunity. And I think for us as a company, we're on a journey. We launched a DE&I council, and we're working with employees across our organization to get a better understanding of the culture we want to create. And how do we emulate that for the hockey community and the corporate world?
Wow, impressive stuff. Mary Kay, thank you so much for coming on and opening our eyes and minds to this idea and this new campaign by Bauer. Again, at the bottom of your screen, the QR code. You can scan that and go sign the Girls Hockey Bill of Rights. We appreciate all the insight and the hard work that you and Bauer are doing for this initiative, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. Thanks, as always, for the tremendous support. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Mary Kay.
When we come back on NHL Tonight, it's one of the greatest moments in hockey history. Author John Bacon, well, he wrote about it. And we're going to talk to him about writing about it next.
BAUER Hockey believes girls deserve equal ice. That means giving girls the same access, opportunities, and resources as the boys. Visit BAUER.com to learn about the Girls Hockey Bill of Rights to drive equality across the sport.
What you don't see is the heartbreak, the late nights, the early mornings. What you don't see are the ruthless messages and the doors closed. What you don't see is the second job and the two-a-days. What you don't see is the sacrifice and the pain. What you don't see is that we are unstoppable.